What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Cause snitches get stitches around here.
And who's snitching?
You ain't got no ham on him.
You ain't got no ham on him. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of OD Podcast. Tomorrow my birthday. Today my birthday. When y'all listening.
Yeah.
But today is tomorrow.
And tomorrow is today.
Tomorrow, yes, but today is also yesterday.
That's what I meant. Actually.
Okay, so man, so I had, I'm not really going to any restaurants or anything like that right now. I'm just trying to be as safe as possible, but I do have plans to go see the Obama Portraits tour at the High Museum this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. I had a really cute outfit I was going to wear, inspired by one of my favorite movies, Clueless. But I'm just wearing it to the museum. I'm about to be in the museum in heels, and I don't care because my outfit cute.
Listen.
I took some pictures.
The High Museum is a very nice building. I feel like anytime I went there, all my friends dress up. I don't see why not.
You know what? I just don't think it's ideal to wear heels in a museum, but I'm gonna be all right. And but I don't care. I'm fine. It's just my crew already know I'm going strictly for the photos. But no, I'm looking forward to it actually. And I took some pictures in the outfit today. I took some like headshots. Look, I snapped. I just did like a little basic beat.
Oh, period.
I slashed LinkedIn picture because
I was gonna say that's a new LinkedIn picture right there, boo.
It is. But look at my heels. I got some clog heels. I can't tell. Hold on.
I can see them. They tee. Hold on. Let me see these. Okay.
They go with the Clueless look.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you had the outfit for a minute. I remember you been plotting on that.
Bought it off of Shein. So tell me why there was a Shein Shine ad on TikTok, and the TikTok ad said Shein, but on Twitter they said Shein. They playing mind games.
Whatever it is, it's cheaper than work.
No, for real, my button popped off. I had to you safety pin the button back on just off trying the darn outfit on. I'm like, okay.
Also, I was getting Forever 21.
Well, honey, Shein stuff is stuff you cannot wash. Just throw it away after you wear it. Cause
also,
that's terrible for the environment, unfortunately.
Also, don't buy the air fryer papers.
Oh my God, y'all. So let me tell y'all something. So one time, I really got in my Shein bag this year out of the blue because I didn't realize. The thing is, the quality is poor. It's all about what you get, right? So the outfit I got is tweed. So it's already like a thin material. And I already knew I wasn't gonna wear my outfit more than once. I am gonna donate it. I'm not gonna throw it away. I don't throw clothes away because it's terrible for the environment. But I was trying to qualify for free shipping. So I was just throwing some random stuff in my car. So I saw air fryer sheets, which was like parchment paper ish. That's what it gave anyway. And it was like 50 sheets for like $1. Now I thought this was crazy, but I have used my air fryer with aluminum foil before. I have baked cookies on parchment paper. There's no way this could go wrong, right? Okay, so I put them in my air fryer and I'm warming it up, preheating or whatever, and I don't think nothing of it. It run through the whole 5-minute cycle. I started smelling some burning, but I'm thinking I got some crunch left in there from my last Popeye shrimp movement because and then I opened up my air fryer, y'all, and the paper is burnt. It's like when you if y'all ever had cooked on a grill before or a fireplace and you want to keep the fire going, so you throw some paper in there. It was looking like that. It was having little flyaways and everything. I freaked out because the
description that you just gave is insane. I love that.
And it was accurate. But it's just so crazy because I'm like, wow, I really could have burnt my house down. And I wouldn't have thought nothing of the fact that it did the whole 5-minute cycle. And that's on like 400 degrees.
Yeah.
So y'all tried to tell me that this was air fryer. I wonder how many people around the world lost their home because of Shein. Now I did request to return them, but it gave me a refund. Honey, it was $1. But I was going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just stick to clothes and and shoes and whatever. Look at this little grid I made. I'm cute. I snap.
Yeah, that is really cute. I love that.
Me too. I love it too. It's giving Alicia Silverstone.
Okay.
Isis Arnold. You did what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So, all right. So let's get to this week's episode. Right now there's a Verzuz going on with Anthony Hamilton and Musiq Soulchild. I was trying to watch it, but I had to record. So here we are. I just want y'all to know that Musiq Soulchild gonna win because when he play Don't Change,
yeah,
Teach Me,
yeah,
and what's that other song?
First of all, Teach Me was your ringtone for so long at one point.
I remember being on the train with my ex-boyfriend, rest in peace, Rodney, and having him listen to that song, thinking it was gonna make him a better boyfriend. I was like, listen to this song. He was like, that's
Ain't
deep.
it crazy how you used to think as a kid?
Oh my God,
Think about what you
embarrassing.
think that wasn't even that long ago.
Yes, embarrassing. But yeah, I just really it's so crazy because when you that young, you really think that I don't know, you just think you know everything about Love Child.
Yeah.
But my all-time favorite Musiq Soulchild song is called Who Knows. And for a long time, I wanted it to be my wedding song until I found out it was about having sex, which it could still be a wedding song. But it is such a beautiful song. It's just so Musiq Soulchild is that dude. And I love how his naming conventions didn't include spaces.
Yeah.
And he would just spell out the stuff like I just want to sing. It took me a few years to realize that his album wasn't some like translation for another language.
I think my favorite Musiq Soulchild is Get You Out of My System. Is that if that's the name of the song?
That's Bow Wow and T-Pain.
But yeah, they got a song called that. But I'm saying I don't know if that's the name of it, but the one that Lucky Day remade, I actually really love that song. And I love Love, of course. I love all Musiq Soulchild songs. I used to literally have this little boom box with a CD player and literally I wanted to climb inside of the boombox. So I used to be like having my ear to the boombox listening to that. Because I used
your feelings.
I ain't had no feelings. I ain't date nobody. So it wasn't, I mean, what you gonna do?
I remember Miss Thomas, our sixth grade teacher, she used to play that I Just Want to Sing album front to back every single day.
It was T. Wasn't she from like Philly or something too?
She probably was her crazy self. Now, what about Anthony Hamilton though? I think I got like 3 songs of his that I can just name off the top of my head. It's gonna be Charlene, The Point of It All, and Can't Let Go. That's it for me.
So I mean, if you ask my opinion, I honestly think that this Verzuz is unfair because I think that a better match for Anthony Hamilton would have been Life Jennings. That would have been. That would have been.
And
better.
They both got that little.
They got the raspy voice.
Yeah. Hey yo you.
Exactly. They got similar music, but
Virgin just turned 17. She finally got. Oh, that song had me feeling guilty, baby.
I don't know.
I was doing a walk of shame from HR to work when I had to clap from ESO. I'm like, dang, why would this song play, God? I feel like the song had dropped like 3 days later.
What? Yeah, no, I don't know what he had in life. I know he had some situations going on.
Yeah, some domestic violence situations. I think some baby mama situations.
Yeah.
And he remember he was the Gucci jacket at the valet. Remember that girl thought he was a valet. He was like, I ain't valet in the Gucci jacket. Like people just can't get Gucci jackets on regular income.
Yeah.
Come on now, brother.
When I was in New York last week, our daggone driver had on a Dior jacket with the Dior hat and the bag. I'm like,
it was fake.
What going on?
What going on? Look, I just said, regular folks can't get like regular folks can't get Gucci, but
yeah, I mean, and you know what? He drives like big name celebrities around, so I'm like,
I'm just messing around. I just know that New York got that street with all that stuff.
Yeah, they got it too. Don't be fooled. But yeah, I do think that Life Jennings would have been a better match because I feel like I don't really know anybody vocally or even just talent-wise
on that style of music
next to him for real.
Man, you are right though.
Who can you really match up Musiq Soulchild with? Nobody.
No, you.
But you know what's so crazy though? It's so funny you said that the domestic violence. Some of the best male R&B and female R&B singers be having some of the craziest drama, but that's why the music.
That's where the inspo come from. Look at Mary J. Blige and all she been through.
Oh yeah, and you know what's so crazy? I always tell people this. I'm like, people always be saying like, oh, we need to get back to 90s R&B. All of them couldn't really sing. We just used to fuck with the music.
Cause baby Keith Sweat can't sing.
It was a lot of people because if you think about it, I'm not saying that Mary J. Blige sound bad.
Let me not say that he's a singer, but he is not like a vocalist.
A vocalist. Yeah. Mary J. Blige isn't a vocalist. I never really thought that Keisha Cole could sing, but her music.
No, I don't know about that by Mary J. Hold on now.
You think that Mary J. Blige is a vocalist?
And how could I?
Singing loud don't mean you can sing.
Baby. What?
Singing loud don't mean you can sing.
No, you're right, but okay, I don't like the way this conversation is headed.
I'm just saying, but we overlooked it. So when people are looking at the current state of R&B and they be like, they don't sing, Do they not sing or do they just don't sing loud? Okay, cool.
But the thing is, Mary J. Blige is a soul singer, so she don't really have to. Okay.
Exactly.
So who? Okay, I don't even count them all. All right, let's move on. Who
I'm
your
just
black
saying
business
like
of the
that.
week?
Okay, so when I say R&B, I'm gonna just name the girls because I don't even put Jasmine Sullivan in that category because she would be considered a vocalist. Like she sings down.
She sang.
Exactly. But people like Janae, Summer Walker, Ari Lennox, who else is I don't listen to
Okay, but Janae don't sing though. She can
That's what I'm
sing.
saying. Kaylani, all these people are not like, I think what it is that we're used to people, even if your voice isn't that strong, we used to the loud. Because Keisha Cole was yelling in that song. She made sure we felt every lyric.
And I did.
And she was
another person. I wasn't wild enough.
Yeah. What? But I think that's what it is. I think that the new R&B girls, they just have a softer approach to it, but it's the same thing.
Well,
because they all singing about the same thing.
Sierra, she was like holding the mic like this with her mouth open. They was like, "What y'all think she's singing?" Because it seemed like she was getting down. They said she was saying, "1, 2, step."
Sierra and Cassie paved the way for the new girls. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, baby, Cassie ain't paved nobody way. All right, now we going too far. All right, who your black business of the week?
With the soft though,
she didn't even. She literally was talking on the phone. All right, who your black business of the week? I ain't asking no more.
So, y'all, my black business of the week this week, I am going to shout out my barber. So y'all know my struggle. I've been living in LA since November, and my barber, search for a barber has been just unreal. Okay, so I found the perfect barber. I mean, I've always had to go to barbers who I get really bad anxiety in barbershops because I get triggered by the conversations. Let's just start there. So the conversations in the barbershop always, and I feel like they always turn homophobic when the gay person come in. It's like, oh God. So in Atlanta, it was different because we actually have a few barbershops in Atlanta that only like all the barbers are gay. So it's more comfortable. And then my barber in Atlanta, he had a private suite, so I didn't have to deal with that all the time.
You had a safe place.
Yeah, it was a safe space. So I've had some bad experiences out here with the barbers. Haircut was full, experience was full, prices were full. So randomly I found this guy. So what I did was I took your advice. I went on Style Seat, searched barbers, and I go to the Instagram, and he didn't have that many photos, but I saw one picture of somebody who had the same like hairstyle as me, and I was like, okay, he can cut my hair.
Yeah.
And when he cut it, it was fire. I mean, he is the perfect price point. It's a private experience. 15 minutes away from my apartment. Like, it works. And he's from the South. He's from Florida.
I'm so happy because you've been through a lot trying to find this darn barber movement.
So now we got to find me a nail salon. But I feel like that ain't going to be that bad because I've been going to one that's just expensive. I'm trying to just knock my expenses down a little bit. But anywho, so his Instagram is called Bros Fades. So it's Brose. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's BroseFadezz. His name is Brennan. Like I said, he's from Florida. He's a mobile barber and he has his own studio. And he has set times. I've actually recommended him to two people so far, and they had good experiences with him as well. So yeah, if you're in LA, you need a haircut, check him out. Don't be overbooking my barber though, so I can't get to him. But
because you got to start this search all over again.
Yeah, but for real, like I even told him today, like I just really appreciate he's so clean. Like honestly, I've never gotten a haircut where I haven't had like a lot of hair on me. Mm-hmm. The first time he cut my hair, I was like, is he using clippers? Like, what's up? Like,
his clippers got a reservoir on it.
Yeah, like trout. Be cutting my hair, it be burning, it be like hot. But I always thought that was normal. Like the clippers be hot, clippers be burning. When they rub the alcohol, it just be burning real bad. But he literally is so gentle, and the haircut is perfect. Hairline he can go back on my line. he actually fixed the hairline that the previous barber messed up. He
I know
fixed
that's
it.
right. He did the quick weave method.
He didn't do the quick weave method, but he had a little fiber going on, you know.
Okay, okay,
You
okay,
know, but
okay.
yeah, he T. I mess with him. So check my barber out here in Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Say less. All right. So I'll put the information in the episode notes per usual. You know, we said it every week. So let's move on to shop talk. All right. Man, what a week.
It's like Kanye runs the internet right now.
Listen,
Everything is Kanye
he
West.
definitely don't run the internet. But
You know, he just how you trend over COVID. He trending
it's
over the
the
Super
thing, man,
Bowl.
about the Kanye thing. I actually wanted to talk about this for the main topic. Like, it's not even funny, to be honest with you. But the only reason why it would be funny is because it's Kanye, and this is pretty much on brand for him.
Very.
Like, this is, to me, it's just what the way he's treating his family situation is very toxic, unhealthy, and manipulative, and it's not cool. Like, I just and it's terrible because when you as famous as they are, or famous in general, like, you legit cannot avoid your ex. Like, when I think about like, for example, he allegedly, I don't even know if it's been confirmed, but cheated on Amber with Kim, and Kim cheated on Reggie with Kanye. So imagine being not only in this public relationship and being somebody who was, pretty popular, and now for the foreseeable future, you have to watch your ex who was with somebody else, and on top of that, become way bigger than what y'all were. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that could do to somebody's self-esteem or their sanity, but it's really weird and annoying, and you cannot escape stuff like that. And I mean, thankfully, when Kim and Amber were together, I mean, social media was obviously around, but viral wasn't really like how it is now. So it was probably a little easy to avoid. But it just makes me wonder, like, even I don't know. I just don't like how he's like, listen, bro.
It's really trash, and I think that it what makes it worse is that he got Antonio Brown standing next to him the whole time he doing this, and it's like you are just really a joke. Like, first of all, you know that for sure that this guy who is dating Kim is not a threat to you at all. You are like bullying him because you want to get your family back together, but the whole time you dating this other girl, and then
Hello, and allegedly the second girl since you've left your quote unquote wife.
yeah. So what is the problem? And like she's not even doing nothing. Like, we see them out in public, but that's it. Like, they don't even.
Yeah.
And it's
So
like
a man told me, this came from a man's mouth, that it's the fact that it is who it is. Because somebody from Kanye's perspective is probably like, what Jay-Z say? How you gonna hide? What's higher than number one? You know what I'm saying? So in Kanye's eyes, ain't nobody better than him. So when he sees Kim with somebody like Pete Davidson, who has like this, dirty demeanor, really like goofy dude, a comedian, is not really attractive, even though he is in a little odd way. So it's
I don't
like,
think so.
wow, of all people. But to me, Kanye he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't ugly, but he definitely ain't
Well,
fine
my thing is, what makes Kanye better than him? Because he
because he's
has a
Kanye.
sense of
Because,
fashion, because
well,
he's
no,
rich, because he is who he is. That doesn't make you a better person just because
but to him, it may be. Think about this: is somebody who is narcissistic, who is not very mentally stable, and gets attention for literally every single thing he does because of his antics. So for him, he probably assumes that Kim would have a hard time replacing whatever lifestyle he could have thought he created for her, and that nobody is better. So when you go somebody, like, it'd be different if she ended up with like some kind of exec from some company in another country, but she ended up with Pete Davidson, a comedian who, outside of his job at SNL, nobody really knew him besides his relationships with other celebrities. Like, he's not really he don't even have social media. Like, he's just not somebody like
yeah.
it, on paper, he probably looks at him as a joke, which is really lame, because I think that I saw something or heard something where Kim said that Pete Davidson makes her feel normal, like they do normal stuff, like go to pizzerias and stuff like that. But I just really don't appreciate the way Kanye handles all this stuff. Like I would never even be texting him in a time like this because he literally posted everybody text messages. I would. It's kind of tough because it's like forcing people. It's manipulative. It's forcing people to want to be an ally with you for the sake of not being exposed or called out or exiled like he
Yeah.
did Kid Cudi. But it is also like to me, this isn't like the way Kanye is acting. Even though it's a lot more extreme, it's on brand for how he always was. So this isn't new, and they were together for all these years. So like I don't know. I just feel like having a baby with him was the first mistake.
Yeah.
What I say y'all every week, don't have these men babies.
They were married, so I don't mind the kids. I just don't think that. First of all, I think he's off his meds. He really needs to get back on his meds because he's medically
He doesn't think
bipolar.
he needs them, so that's issue number one. And
He needs
unfortunately,
them
you can't
motherfuckers
make
real bad. He need the meds. I think that he took his meds today because he was typing in regular font instead of all
he's
caps.
back in all caps as of a few minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah, this is an ongoing. It's really taking over timelines. It's taking over the media, and it's annoying. It's because it's like y'all having marriage problems. I understand that, but please just
No, they're not having marriage problems. They're getting a divorce. Let's be
yeah,
very
yeah. But I think I keep saying that because he's speaking to her as if they're still they're gonna be together again. Like he keeps saying,
They're
my
not
wife,
though.
my
And
wife,
he's
my
not.
wife.
He's begging. He's begging for that because they are technically married. Yeah, it's really sick. It's this the thing.
He's trying to manipulate her. He's trying to first of all, he's trying to bully this man to leave her.
And he basically sent people like he kind of like sent his fans to like bother him out in public.
Yeah, I hate
It's really lame. I don't like it. It's not fair now. God forbid something happened to Pete Davidson. Then it's on Kanye. Then Kanye, Kanye being Kanye won't be held accountable for it. It's just really lame. I don't love it, but I also can't, I don't think that Kim is innocent in this role because I'm sure she was very intentional about getting with Kanye. And that's fine. That's her business. But all I'm saying is
I feel like they both had motives and it worked for them because it was like he saw her as like because at the time when he was dating her, Kim unfortunately was like at the forefront of like beauty trends. Like that's just her thing. Like anything that, even though she didn't create these things, she was the person who made these things trendy. So like even down to contouring and I mean the word soft glam and all these things came from her beauty regimen. And so like
ant bodies.
Huh?
Ant bodies.
She actually got that from Black China. But we ain't gonna go there today. It ain't Black China on the docket. So
oh wow.
But yeah, she started, she was hanging out with China. That's where the body came from. So she can't take full credit for that. China. So but Kanye is he's been into fashion since we know him. We know him for producing. We know him for rapping, and we know him for fashion. He saw her and he's like, "This is literally my dream. Like a Barbie doll that everybody loves. I could just dress, let her be whatever she wants." And that's what he likes. That's how he did Amber. And I think that with Kim, with Kim, it was just more because she had. But not even just that. Like she has the perfect team that can help her and him elevate. Amber didn't have that. Amber was like literally his pet to me. But she, so it worked in both of their. Like it worked out at the time in both of their favors. But I think now, the fact that he's went so long without treating his disorder and his trauma, didn't get any therapy, anything like that, because he is so egotistical. He feel like he doesn't need it. Now it's to a point where it's uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she can't deal with it no more. I understand that. Like I've
if you were in her position, would you put a restraining order out against him?
I literally tweeted that today. She needs to.
I saw some other people saying the same thing, but I feel like it'll only make it worse because I don't think
it would definitely make it worse. But
because they live, they're neighbors,
Yeah, that's another thing. He did that. I feel he keeps saying he didn't do that to be.
Come on now, this man is a massive manipulator. He literally pretended to be a God lover. Not pretended, but like that was all
I
fake.
feel you. Like he did it just to say he did it. He did it just so he can
To
be
add
like,
to his, whatever. Yeah, he's wild, man. But I can't lie. I feel like yes, there's a such thing as being with somebody for status, but you got to be insane yourself to sign up to be with Kanye the West. Like I just,
yeah, wow. I can't believe she was with him for so long too.
yeah, on
Like
paper
a
anyway.
long time, you know?
So carrying the torch from Kanye on down the road, we got Kodak Black, who is pretty much on the same road. For a while, he has always been with like different women. It'd be like a fiance this week, baby mama that week, girlfriend next week, like all while professing his love to Young Miami and now Dream Doll. Now, he had been on Dream Doll for the past month or so, and he even like wrote her name out in rose petals, but it wasn't enough rose petals. But
Maybe he was gonna have
apparently,
to fail.
Kodak and Dream worked on a video a couple days ago, and the pictures circulated, and people thought, "Oh my God, he finally got his shot." But then she commented like, "Y'all, this was behind the scenes for a video. Like Kodak will never be with me, blah blah blah." Keeping it real, because this man been literally virtually harassing her for a while, even though he got to be around her. But she obviously didn't want him, but she never responded to it. So anyway, he got offended by her saying that and gonna go as far as saying like she think that he beneath her and just because she got a little money. But I'm like, just because and it's just like the Kanye situation, just because you want somebody, they don't have to want you.
Yeah. You
That's
got
just really what it
money and
boils down to.
you have status, great. She don't have to want you though.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get mad when things don't go your way, but it's funny when it's Kodak and it's funny when it's Kanye, but they doing the same thing. They really are.
And you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like when you be out in public, a guy try to talk to a girl, she declines, and he just start roasting her, trying to run
Oh
up on
yeah,
her.
definitely happened to me
It's,
before.
it's the same.
Definitely put his hands on me and got mad when I told him not to. Don't even know you, sir.
Yeah, like this is it's the same thing. It's just they on a higher level, so they can't do as much. My thing about Kodak is you need to be chilling. You just got shot the other day,
Literally.
so I don't know. I think that's so weird. I don't know what it is about men because even in our community, we experience that. Like
I
in
was just about to ask you, have you experienced anything like that before? I'm listening.
yeah, so in gay clubs, people we talk about it all the time. We'll walk through club in the club or walk through clubs, and men will literally grab your private areas, your
Oh,
behind. Sometimes they'll grab your hand if or whatever. They're like, I mean, these things happen a lot, and I'm just like, what is it in them? Because I mean, I'm a man, so I can speak from a man's point of view, but nothing in me just says touch him.
yeah, exactly.
You
And
know what I'm saying? Like, put your hands on him.
there are sexually transmitted diseases that are transmissible by skin on skin contact.
Yeah, and
So
also COVID-19. So
if you in the club, you already took that risk.
yeah, but it's like in general, even
Yeah.
before then, it's just like, why in the hell would you think it's okay to just touch people? But yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like in our community, since it's literal men on men,
Lincoln Richards, yeah.
it is triggering. It's this is a man on man. I feel like the aggression is even more because I don't know. Like I guess they feel like we like that. I mean, most men are very promiscuous for the most part. So in general, the approach with guys is always gonna be not always. So some people have manners and some people got some sense that their mama and daddy raised them right. And or but I don't know. Like I've just witnessed so many different things. I've witnessed like being people exposing themselves
Yeah.
to people. Like even like I remember one night I was leaving the club. This happened maybe like 5 years ago. I left the club downtown. So this was literally like streets over from 5 Points train station. I was
Mm-hmm.
walking
Ew,
to
what you doing down there?
it was a club called Halo down there.
Oh, okay.
And so we were leaving Halo. I parked kind of far. So I walked to my car and I parked in front of a convenience store. I always pay attention to my surroundings. I'm like, a convenience store, it's gonna always be people in and out of there. So I said, let me park somewhere where I know when it's time for me to leave, at least it'll be some people outside just in case if something happens to me. somebody will see it.
Yeah, you got a witness.
So
Even though folks don't be helping.
they don't, but maybe God will put it on their heart to help that day. So I ended up parking in front of this store, and lucky me, the store is closed. So I'm like, oh snap. So I'm rushing to my car, and I crank my car up, and I'm like putting my address in the GPS, and I saw something in my peripheral, and it was a guy like exposing himself, like literally leaning on the door. Now keep in mind, he didn't look homeless. He had on like fresh clothes. Like he just was like exposing himself, and I jumped, and I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, oh my God, like what the fuck? Do you not know this man walked over to my car, to the driver's side? I pulled off.
Man, I have been exposed to so many times in public, and it's so
Me
wild
too.
because what exactly do you want me to say when you do that?
They get a rush out of that, and
Yeah,
I've
that's probably what it is. You're right.
they get a rush out of that. I think it's just some people. It's the same thing. Well, I don't like. I feel like it's probably the same feeling of like bungee jumping or hopping out of plane, like that adrenaline rush. But
Okay.
baby, you need to take that on somewhere else.
Yeah, you need to take that
Because
to a mirror or something. Now,
yeah,
have
I
you
don't
ever
understand.
had an ex act the way Kanye is acting? Like really wouldn't let you leave you alone, making a scene.
So we weren't even in a relationship. This is just somebody I dated. So I had a guy who went to high school with one of my friends, and we ended up dating, and he caused a lot of drama between me and that said friend. Whatever. We got over that part. So he was definitely toxic, but um he was very charming at the same time. So I was just lured into him, and I'm like, you know what? We can make something work, just because that's just how good he was. And so one day, um, he took me to a lake, and we had this long conversation. So basically, he was saying that he was gonna go away to the army, and he was going to propose to me while he was in the army, so that way he can get some money. He was gonna give me this amount of
Oh,
money.
does the military acknowledge same-sex marriage?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
So he was like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get married, and da 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 da. So I wasn't agreeing to it. I was like, I want to get married for real to somebody who I like, and I'm not saying I don't like you, but we ain't got that far yet. Like I don't know. So this man went as far as to introduce me to his grandparents. Like he brought me to his grandma's birthday party. He introduced me to his grandparents. He introduced me to his mom. His mom like had my phone number to the point where she used to call my phone. Introduced me to his dad, his sisters. I did his sisters' makeup for prom. Like this was a major thing. Now keep in mind we weren't in a relationship. We just were
Yeah.
dating. Um, but he ended up being so freaking psycho. And so he would do things like pop up at my house. He would he would block me from everything, and then contact me from a random phone number. You blocked me. What is wrong with you?
Oh God.
And so
That's wild.
this went on. This went on for about 2.5 years. I could not escape him. Like he tried to fight everybody around me. He tried to fight my friends. He tried to fight my old roommate in her house. I used to stay with her. He tried to fight her in her house. So this last time, the final straw was, he ended up getting his shit together, or at least I thought. Um, and he picked me up. No, I actually picked him up. He was like, I was like, I'll drive this day. So I ended up picking him up. He wanted us to go to this bar. Randomly, one of my friends was the bartender at this bar downtown. And so we went in there. Before we got in the door, he was smoking a cigarette. Do you not know this man burnt the door lady? It was like a lesbian. I don't know what she said to him, but he literally took the cigarette and burnt her with it.
Oh no, sir.
So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and I apologize on his behalf. I'm like, whatever. she
That
ended up
apology won't be suffice because I got burnt by a cigarette before, and that ain't. Let me tell you, so
not
I
fun.
still feel it when I think about it. And to think I was a kid when it happened.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he did that purposely. So then when we got in the bar, this was a straight bar. So I know, I know, I know. First of all, it's an after hour spot and it was a straight bar. I know my place. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that we're in a time where we can be openly gay, but when it comes to situations like that, I also know the type of demographic that be in there.
Mhm.
So I'm giving, let's just relax, like just chill. And so we went to the bar randomly. My friend keeps saying she was a bartender, so we was at the bar, and she noticed that he was just like really aggressive. Like he was just like, I'm just not understanding why we're not in a relationship yet. Da, 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 da. Like he just was going off about it. He said, we've been going through this. Da, 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 da. And so Keep Saya pulled her phone out and was recording us because she was like, this is insane. So he saw her with the camera and he was like, nah, take a picture of us. Take some pictures of us too. So he was trying to like kiss me at the bar. And I was just like, no, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, chill out.
Yeah.
So her friend, who is a mutual friend with me too, she ended up walking in and she sat by us. So we started talking. He pushed her in the conversation. So we went out back because it started getting a little rowdy. I said, let's go outside. They got patio tables. Let's get you some fresh air. I don't know what's going on. Man, it turned real Bobby Brown real quick. This man done pulled out a bag of cocaine and
Mm-mm.
started. Keep in mind, never knew he did coke. Okay, let's start there. He pulled out a bag of cocaine and took his phone and was like crushing it on the table.
Oh my
But he
God.
was
No,
like
thank you.
angry. So he saw the way that we both were looking at him, so he didn't do the coke. But I was just like, okay,
You
this
might
is
as well. He don't want that.
yeah. I'm like, okay, so this is explaining a lot. Like I understand. And so as I was dropping him off, I just explained to him, I'm like, listen, I didn't know that you were a drug addict or doing drugs. I can't handle that. This got to be the last time we ever see each other for real because and I tried to say it gentle because I knew that it was a possibility that he could like flip out on me. But yeah, that was the last time.
So
But
have you heard from him since then, or has he made an attempt to contact you?
he did. So after that, he contacted me maybe like a month and a half afterwards, and he ended up moving to DC. Chaotic. He moved to
Within a
DC.
month?
Yeah, girl. He moved to DC. So when he was up there, um, he was just like, I had to get away from Atlanta. It was just too much for me. This is the reason why I was doing it. He was like, because I don't even do drugs like that. He said that night I didn't even do the coke. I threw it out the window. And I said, well, you did something. But
I know that had to hurt.
yeah, so I was like, whatever. So I was just like, I asked him, was he good? Blah, blah, blah. So he asked me for $20.
All right.
Me knowing his background
Swindler,
of the
cocaine
drug,
swindler.
I said, I don't have $20.
Mm-hmm.
So from that moment, he was like, I could give you $100 when I get paid. I just don't have money right there, and I need to do my laundry, so I need the $20.
That sounds like a dirty clothes problem, buddy. I don't like
He
that. No
literally
thanks.
spazzed on me about the 20. He said he called me all type of broke bitches and dirty ass
I'm like,
bitches.
I am, and I got a washer and dryer.
Screenshotted his pay stub from his so you could see how much he gonna get paid and the money came. I don't know. And that was the last time I've heard from him. That's been about 2.5, 3 years ago. But yeah. But
Ooh,
he
child.
definitely reminded me of what Kanye is doing now.
And that's
That's
what I'm saying. I just
exactly
hope
what it was.
nobody gets hurt because, like, it's when you do stuff so publicly, you see how crazy fans are. They just do stuff to celebrities just for the attention. And I feel like they'll be encouraged, just like how Barb's are. They just attack people because of their fave. It's just not cool.
Yeah, that's not safe. That's just it's so I hate that.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time we randomly ran into him somewhere we with my friends and he made it a point to try to make it seem like we were like in a relationship. Like he jumped in front of all my friends and was like, y'all, I'm so and so. He was like, I don't know. He was just like being overly aggressive to me, like grabbing me and just pulling me. I don't know. It was just too much. He was trying to embarrass my friend who he went to high school with. He tried to embarrass him in front of everybody. It just was really, it was too much. Like I had, that's why when people glorify toxic relationships, like I understand it a little bit because I'm like,
No. Who
before,
on drama? That's really wild. Do
not
you remember?
necessarily drama, but it's like I can't explain it. It's so stupid. It's like you definitely want somebody who don't play about you, but after that situation, especially when the drugs got involved, that's when I knew that I couldn't handle that. I could not handle stuff like that. Like I need somebody that's gonna be a human being for one, like act like a normal human being, or not mentally ill, rather.
Yeah, no thanks. I only associate myself in peaceful relationships. I don't have time for that. You can not
Yeah.
play about me, but I'm not. Don't play it. Don't not play about me to me. It's only when it's necessary. But do you
I
remember
feel you.
that person that I was talking? Remember that you had a coworker that I was talking to, and uh, at Hollister.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember. Okay, y'all. So there was this guy that I don't even claim him in my list of relationships. Like I don't even know if I ever even kissed this dude. I
I
don't
don't
even.
even claim him in your list of relationships
You
either.
get what I'm saying? So anyway, I remember seeing him and thinking like, oh, I wonder who that is when I was young and single, obviously. So I would tell Draco, I'm like, hey, hook me up, blah blah blah. So I did, and he seemed cool, and I was like, okay, whatever. I get to know this guy, and I just don't like him. He just was saying and doing weird stuff, and I wish I could explain further, but I don't want this episode to get banned for explicit conversation because he's just saying and do some weird stuff. So anyway, I did not know how to properly break up with a dude. I was really new to this. So in my eyes, the only way I knew to break up is to catch them cheating and break up with them. Cause obviously I got a case. But with this guy, I just didn't like him. Like I just didn't like him. And so I just figured I'll just block him and get rid of him. And this was back where like he lived on the east side, I lived on the west side. Neither of us had a car. So I felt like I could just avoid him for the rest of my life. We were on a relationship on Facebook and I literally broke up like that. I just switched my status to single and blocked him. I know it's so wild. I don't know how old I was. I wasn't 21 though. I was probably like 19. So anyway, I remember, I don't know if I had oh yeah, because so when you block somebody, they could still leave you a voicemail, right? So I remember one day, um, me and Chris was on the phone, or either you were at my house. I don't know. But anyway, for whatever reason, I had turned my phone off and turned it back on. I had a Nokia. And when I turned it back on, I had like 30 unheard voicemails. You don't remember?
I think I remember this, but he was like saying crazy stuff on
Yeah,
him.
he was just like his voice. So basically, y'all, he left me several voicemails back to back to back, and on each voicemail, his voice would escalate and be more. And he had a right. He had a right to be upset, but we also didn't have any real feelings involved. Like he should have just let me go. But
To
he be like,
you.
Alicia, answer the phone. I just want to see what's going on, man. I ain't heard from you. Blah blah blah. He be like, the next one, Alicia, pick up the phone before I go crazy. Then the next one, he be like, he'll sing his name. Remember how he used to sing his name on the voice? Dun 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 like that.
Yes, that's mind you when you said it, when you said my coworker and that when you that's I wanted to say it so bad. I swear,
Yeah.
my
He
God.
literally sang his name on my voicemail and then would go into this spaz. So it made me feel glad that I did what I did because he clearly was nobody to be effed with. Okay.
What a minute.
But yeah, so I don't remember what I eventually told him, but just know I never spoke to him again. Now I did run into him one day. He was doing security at Six Flags. I was with an ex at the time. It was a relationship. And I was like, keep walking, keep walking. But we spoke, kept moving. And then I was later on in life, I was dating this guy, and when I broke up with him, he basically would he was not a social media person, but he would make a social media account on every platform and find me and cuss me out.
That's not funny.
It's not funny at all, but it would be so wild. Like you remember that chirp app? It was like a Nextel chirp style app. What was it
Uh,
called? Voxer.
boxer, yeah.
Yes, he made a Voxer, and I'm just like, bro, leave me alone. Like Jesus. But thankfully, I'm at that point in my life where I am very, very conscious about the choices I make, about the people I involve myself with, friends and intimate partners. So hopefully I don't have to deal with it again. But my only other near example was this guy I met on Tinder, but he didn't really get crazy that like that, but he definitely walked past my job one day, and I know he did it on purpose. And I was like,
What?
all right, I'm just gonna have to
I didn't know you had Tinder before.
yes, I did. I had it for a very, very, very short period. I was really ashamed to get it, but I was in a desperate place, okay? But yeah, I met this guy on there, and turns out he had dated somebody I went to high school with. So I guess that was like our little moment of I didn't know the girl, but I knew who she was because she was in two classes above me, I think. But he had actually worked at this place next to my apartment, next to Franklin. And I was like, okay, it got right then and there. I was like, all right, I don't want you to know nothing else about me because now I feel like I might see you. But I told him where I worked at. That's when I worked at the Apple store. And yeah, I don't know. The first night we matched, we talked on the phone for hours. You know how it goes. You get excited, everything funny.
Yeah, that's it. That's that new relationship fit or the new
Connection, right? And so we was talking about taking our dogs to the dog park, blah blah blah. But he could dress really well, but he had a receding hairline, and I'm shallow, and I did not like that. I didn't, and he wore really cool hats, and to me that's not enough. And it actually he was not attractive at all. He just dressed really nice, and so I just told myself to not look past that and to let it go. And so one day I was at work. And I look up and he's just swiftly walking by my job with his head turned in my direction. I think I shared this on the podcast before, but I actually went to my manager and was like, hey, listen, I got this Tinder swindler and I need you to know if anything weird go down, I already gave you a heads up. But that was it from him. I never heard from him again.
Oh my God.
I've known peace ever since.
I feel you. I ain't, I don't got no perspectives now, so my life is just boring when it comes to dating. Dating
safe.
Born is very safe. The dating out here in Los Angeles the dating scene rather is very interesting. And not in a good way. It's very hard to find people with the same mindset as me because I'm from a whole different coast. So I have to adjust to that part. But also the guys that I've been running into, I'm like, you can't think that that's okay. Like, there's no way in your mind. What they do? I don't want to get the podcast banned, so we'll talk about that off air.
No, man.
But just
excuse me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Excuse me.
First of all, the men out here, the ones who are attractive or the ones who I'll be like, oh, okay, they're in relationships or they're married, but they be having open relationships. That's a thing. Like, and I understand people do that, but I'm very traditional and I like monogamy. So I'm not really with the group thing.
And that'd be the problem because other people do not. I mean, they say that, but they don't really mean it.
Yeah, like I cannot do that. I can't do that. And I had a conversation with my friend that lives here about that, and he was like, your mind will change after you hear a little longer. I'm like, I doubt it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I doubt it because I don't know. First of all, I don't think that's safe. Second of all,
literally my biggest fear is catching something I can't get rid of. Not even if I can get rid of it, I do not want it. And it's so much of it going around that you do not know until after you get it. And now what? Because I want to have some fun one night.
Somebody said that. Somebody gonna bring up one. We had little groups out, and somebody gonna say everybody had STD before.
No, sweetie. No, sweetie, never. Literally never, never, ever. That's wild to even say casually.
What do you mean? You ain't never had gonorrhea?
They saying that junk like you ain't tried some wing flavor. You ain't never had lemon pepper wet? Everybody don't have that.
Let me tell you something. I put baby powder in my drawers one time and I was itching. I almost went to the doctor because I thought I had STD.
Let me tell you something. I get ingrown hairs pretty easily, and I used to think something was wrong with me. I'm like, this. That's I can't lie. That's when you get to a point where you accept that as normalcy, there is something wrong, honestly. And why do you want to go through that?
I remember when I first ate asparagus. I ate asparagus as an adult. And I smelled that pee. I thought something was going on.
Let me tell you something. I just got my tetanus booster last week, and my stuff smelled like antibiotics. And I was like, oh my God. But I know I wasn't worried about it being something else, but I was still worried about my body in general because I'm like, why is so strong? Why is so strong? I'm scared.
I never noticed that, girl. I had to get tetanus shot so many times in my life.
Yeah, the one I got, you're supposed to get every 10 years. And the last time I got it, I was in college. So my doctor was like, let's do it. And honestly, it hurt. It made my arm sore worse than the COVID booster. I'm like, it's funny because this is a vaccine I already had in my blood.
Yeah, that's probably the vaccine Black China was talking about.
Tdap. Oh.
She was like, you gotta get shot every 10 years.
Yep, it probably was. Yeah, it's actually one of the vaccines that cured diphtheria, which was a big killer back in the day. But let's not get in our medical bag because everybody don't have that.
Yeah, no, I be thrown off by that. Like people be saying that, like even like some of my most prude friends,
Yeah,
be like,
that's
yeah, I've
wild.
had an STD before, and I'm like,
I mean, the
I don't know
thing
if you
is, catching it is not necessarily your fault, but to say it so passively like that is crazy because
Yeah, no,
that actually,
they didn't say it passively. They'll just be like, yeah, I've gotten something, da, 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 da. And I'm like, if you did and you got rid of it, you know what I'm saying, whatever, even if you didn't get rid of it, I don't want to make it seem like make people feel bad, but I don't want to also make it seem like I'm just careless. You know what I'm saying? Like I
exactly.
definitely
It's like
am
I
a
want to
safe
prevent from
person.
being able to relate with y'all on this particular topic.
Literally tweeted that earlier today because um of just my, like I said, my experience out here with people.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had to tweet. I'm like, I don't care what nobody says. Please use protection when you have sex. That's what I tweeted
Yes,
because people are insane. And I've never experienced um people chastising me because I use protection. That is so backwards.
they
Until
safety
recently,
shamers.
yeah,
Imagine being able to
like
carry babies
if
as
people
well.
want to do it raw, let them do it raw. You know,
Oh
and
my god.
I'm like, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what be going on. So that's why I said cover it up.
Listen, I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of getting pregnant. It's just too much. It's like that's why I'm gonna be on
See,
birth control.
pregnancy ain't even a scare for me or who, you know what I'm saying? That ain't even, that's the least of my worries at this
Yeah, you
point.
stupid. Yeah, as soon as I hear what's it what's it that women get when they can't have babies no more?
A vasectomy or
No, it's
no, that's
it's
not
when
it.
you get older.
Oh, menopause.
Menopause. But what that menopause at? They got some expediters. 'Cause, like,
Oh God, not you is that far gone off having kids.
baby girl. But yeah. So anyway, it's so crazy. We ain't even have no other talk topics that we got to go over. But the Kanye thing is really wild to me, and I hate that. I just think that sometimes people get to a point where they have so much power that everything they do is enabled. They have people around them that'll never say no because they want to be around them to reap the benefits of being around them. So when they do certain things, they get away with it. For the majority because people want to be in the good graces of said person.
Mm-hmm. Period.
Sick, sad. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, I am looking forward to spending the day in my bed for my birthday and cleaning up and collecting free stuff. And
I'm actually about to do that now. So I am going to Africa tomorrow, and I will be there for the next 8 days. Um, or yeah, the next 8 days or whatever. So, something that I do when I leave home for a long time is I like to throw away all the vegetables in my refrigerator. I need to clean my kitchen.
talking
And
to the mic, when you turn away, you can't hear because you remember that.
sorry, I'll just be looking. I keep hearing something. So I need to clean my well, the kitchen ain't dirty. I just need to wash these little dishes I use. And I cleaned my bathroom earlier. So I like to clean my bathroom and stuff. I hate coming home to a dirty house because I already got to
Oh,
unpack.
me too. Oh, gee. It's
I
like I can't
hate
even go
it.
to bed. I'm so tired from my fight and I can't even lay down because I got clothes on the floor.
Yeah. And then like also I don't like the trash to be sitting there either. So I got to take the trash out. So I'm just doing that. I packed my bag already. I have to rethink my shoes because we've had a situation. South Africa is not that safe when it comes to valuables. So I have to rethink what I'm taking because I wanted to bring like sun visors and stuff. And
What's the weather right now?
um it's 80. It's like
Oh, okay.
cold at nighttime. It's kind of like similar to LA. It's like 50 at nighttime and then like 85 in the daytime.
Gotcha. And y'all gonna be on the coast, so it definitely be chilly at night.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely breezy. But I wanted to bring my little sun visors and all the other stuff, but my sun visors Dior. I ain't bring that shit.
You know, I
So
told you how they get down out there. That pickpocketing is no joke. It's the elite of all pickpocketers. So
even my little small bag that I told you about,
I mean, yes, obviously I prefer a small bag, but I'm just saying things
But
that
it's
are
still expensive. That bag was $900.
well, I'm okay. Well, take it at your own risk. The point that I'm making is stuff like that is valuable is not just valuable to you; it's valuable to those who want it. So I'm saying you
Oh,
take
I
it.
already know. I'm trying to figure out, but and you know what? I hate the fact that I got rid of like all my stuff that I don't really care about, like all the raggedy stuff, anything that was like, oh, because I didn't want to take up unnecessary space. So now it's just like, oh, like the only thing that I have is gym shoes. Like I
What
have
time is
like
your flight tomorrow?
7 a.m.
Oh, okay. So you gotta go get. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. All I'm saying is be
I'm not
careful.
buying nothing else. It's just gonna have to do what it do. I got
Yeah.
some. I got a brand new pair of Air Force Ones that's been in here for about 6 months because I bought 3 pair last summer. I'm gonna just take them, take some shoes to get dirty in, and probably like some boots or something, and just call it a day. But I'm gonna put that in my carry on because
Yeah.
I bought a bag. I have a bag of because I mean even in America I'd be scared of getting my stuff stolen because I've gotten things taken from me before domestically. So I like to carry my shoes because my shoes are probably like the most expensive things that I have. So I bought a bag that is specifically for sneakers. It literally says sneakers on it, really small. So I'm gonna carry that on the plane with my shoes in there, and we gonna have to pray. And I'm going to
Yeah.
get when we done. I'm about to just walk to CVS real quick, get some toiletries, and I'm gonna get a lock. Actually, I'm just drive to Walmart.
Get a lock that's got a key, cause I don't know. I'm just Godspeed, honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a lock with
But
a
for
key.
those listening, maybe you don't know, but South Africa is. I mean, a lot of countries outside the U.S. are known for pickpocketing, but South Africa has been pretty notorious for it. And so before when Draco told me he was going, that was the first thing that came out my dog. I'm like, oh my God, Google it. But I've heard of people getting their phone snatched, jewelry snatched, wallet snatched, belt snatched. I mean, you name it. And it's like these people are really good. Like you just do not know it even happened. You don't know what's about to happen, and you don't realize until you're looking for that item. So I was just trying to tell them like, hey, be careful of this. But then some people that are on this trip, it's already happened to them. So it's like,
yeah, they didn't even make it out the airport, and their bag got ransacked. It was jewelry and shoes that was stolen. So luckily, it wasn't anything more. If they haven't noticed yet, but I ain't even trying to risk that. So,
yeah, it'll just ruin the whole trip. You'll be upset, especially your phone,
girl,
your
I'm mad
passport.
already. I'm like, I don't even want to go. I mean,
Yeah.
I do because I really want to experience this, but I just don't want. I hate doing things that I want to enjoy, but have to like look over my shoulder because I feel like I'll be having to do that in Mexico because they do that. They climb over fences to get in the houses and rob people, all this other stuff. And I've been to Mexico a few times, so it wasn't when I got there, I wasn't that paranoid,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. This is just
Yeah,
different.
when I was in Kenya, I remember the driver telling me to keep my like there was a traffic jam, and he was telling me to keep my windows up and door locked because that's usually when people will come and they'll either carjack you or if you like one of my friend's dad was driving with he had the window down because he was trying to he dropped somebody off and he was about to leave and they literally took his watch and he didn't even know off his wrist while he was at the steering wheel. Did not even know till he got home. Like imagine that. Imagine a watch. Now you know how to put a watch on. You got to poke it through the little hole and do all that. But yeah, so when I was there, I wore the same Adidas sweatshirt suit and some Chuck Taylors every day.
For real.
I really did, cause I definitely wore some cute stuff a couple times, but I had a dress from Zara. It was like a regular hot dress, but it was not like I was not trying to be
Yeah,
fashionista. I mean,
my
ain't no
because
fashionista
we
anymore,
having
but
dinner and we had like specific colors that we wear, but my dinner outfit is literally a silk pajama set from Amazon that's
is
15.
the dinner at the place y'all staying at?
Yeah, it's a chef.
Okay. Okay, well that's good. Well, I know y'all going to the
Most of the
clubs
times majority of the time our dinner and breakfast and stuff is gonna be at the house.
that's good. Well, just
Yeah.
be careful when y'all go out in the nightlife and all that. But I mean, because it's so many of y'all should be fine. But still,
Still,
you
yeah.
could be a target because of that.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll let
Stand
y'all
stand in the
know.
middle. Let the rest of them stand outside of you.
I'm gonna just yell the whole time. Stand up! Stand up!
They gonna steal your voice box.
Child. Ooh.
They're gonna pickpocket your voice box. But all right, let's wrap this episode up. I am not about to edit this episode. I'm just gonna drop it with the intro and hit submit.
Yeah, so we finna do this thing. Shout out to everybody for being everybody. And let me say you something. Talk about how you can't do shit for a bitch.
Okay. I just want to shout out to a couple celebrities I share birthdays with. First started with YFN Lucci. I don't know if I'm supposed to say free him. So
Nah.
I'm just gonna say happy birthday to him. The weekend the weekend, Lupe Fiasco, and I think Mahershala Ali. Let me make sure. Give me 5 seconds. Mahershala, that's a black king right there.
Okay.
Boom. February 16th, you're gonna be 48 tomorrow. Okay, cool. So them some icons or whatever the case is. Very smart, very successful, very on brand for me. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. It's been another episode of OD Podcast. Holla at your girl.
Holla at your world and Ishala Kandala.
Holla at your pickpocket.
You know what? I'm done.
Y'all send him protective asset energy.
Please.
Bye.
Bye.